Pre-game talk. We said we were doing post games, but we got time here. Pre-game before a doubleheader on May 10th. The game rained out yesterday. Joined by the field manager Chad Rhodes, assistant coach Harrison DeNicola, and the pitching coordinator Kent Kleiman. So we're here in the Mississippi Mud Monsters coach's office and ready to talk some pre-game. How are you guys doing today?
Good, Roy. What do you got, man? We don't even know what you wanted to bring us in here for. But we're here.
Well,
You had a little pause for Mother's Day.
I did.
Nice. Good of you. Shout out to all the boys. Make sure you say Happy Mother's Day.
That's a pro tip.
Pro tip, parental figure in your life that resembles a mother. Shout them out Mother's Day.
Yes.
Well, I've been writing down the pro tips, so we're going to have to do a review and we'll get new guys in. Read off the list.
It'd be a good
Pro tips
future
covered.
pregame. Future pregame would be our pro tip list.
I'm sensing it's more of like a book.
If you're ready by the end of it.
Minimum 5.
The pregame we didn't get to play yesterday. And I give it hopefully still resonates today. Because we talked right. We can talk kind of a little bit now about sitting on getting ready for game 2, obviously getting rained out, and then hoping to get in back home. Because our expectations going into that game 1 and coming out of game 1, looking back on it now, we kind of talked about that.
Yeah. I mean, we immediately had to switch pitchers. When did we know yesterday? Obviously, Fernandez, was he already warmed up?
About the lineups and stuff today.
Yeah.
So, no, it was more based off, I got Villalobos going. At the time yesterday, we wanted to kind of give those guys up before they went to bed, that way they can kind of mentally prepare. And didn't know what the Rams were going to do today. But if we're going to play one game, to me in my mind, there's one I wanted to get on the bump and touch there. First was going to be Villalobos. We're going to get him one. That was kind of my thought. And it did give us, he's got the month of my starters. So it would give us a better idea of how many bullpen arms I got going into game 2 left, trying to get in there. And so the lineup changes because I got Keenan matched up with Villalobos right now. I like the way they're going to work together. I think they're both really good for each other, going to communicate well. So that kind of brought a little bit of lineup change on as well as our change. But no, we'll get Villalobos game 1 and Fernandez game 2 with Zay catching. And we'll get to see some young sticks in the lineup today, especially game 1. Nieves playing third. We'll talk about Nieves. I'm excited to watch him play. And then we'll get Bobo out and right while TJ DH is game 2. I'm excited to see Bobo a late inning assist. See his cannon unleashed from right. But what I'm excited about, to me, most part of the day, is probably game 2, that order of Zayd, Armani, Bobo in a 6, 7, 8 spot in the lineup down there. Just boom, boom, boom. Like, I'm excited to watch that.
That's a lot of pop. It's a lot of pop at the bottom of the order there.
A lot of beef.
And Zayd's birthday.
And it's the birthday boy. Yes, get to sneak him in game 2. Hopefully, he has some extra energy. It's hard to imagine he has more energy.
We'll see it in the first game in the dugout a little bit and helping out. So,
Yeah, absolutely. I see we already got people in here, already got a like. If you guys join in, make sure send in questions that you want answered before the game here. Game is starting at 5:30 our time. Well, we don't know, but it's it's gonna be late. It's gonna be late for you guys. Just tune in to the social media and stay up for that. Exactly.
Saturday.
They're ready for Florence Y'all's baseball.
Open a weekend.
Yeah. So supposed to be 5:30, 6:30 Central, 6:30 Eastern. Just stay tuned to the social media if it does get pushed back a little bit. Either way, yeah, he was talking about Nieves entering the lineup his first time out there. Harrison, what do you want to see from him today?
A 21-year-old phenom, ex-Houston Astro. I'm just excited to see him get his first game under his belt. We've seen plenty of exhibition games. He turns into a different animal when he's between the lines against another jersey. I'm happy this one counts. I'm just looking for him to showcase what he's been showing us, especially recently. He's getting better every day. He's around a lot of guys that have more ABs than him, like Craig Massey or Monty Smith. He's maturing a little bit in how he thinks, pitch by pitch. It's going to be fun to watch, man.
Yeah, I told a couple guys on the team, like the leaders and coach tells man, this guy's goal is, and our goal for him is get this guy to the big leagues.
For sure.
I mean, whatever lessons he's gonna learn in this small time with us, hopefully pays dividends to get him on track to get him to where he needs to be by the time he's 25, 26 years old. He's pretty special as far as his ceiling.
Oh man, good energy too.
Good energy, yeah.
Funny guy, keeps it light with everybody. He's so hungry to learn.
But you couldn't come to like a more drastic environment coming from Houston Astros where it is heavy analytics and they're trying to bully certain bodies and they're going to get them to lift a certain way and trying to turn them into something rather than coming here. This is all about it's in the game. Like you got to compete. So analytics aside, what's your swing and angle and exit velocity, all that aside, you need to perform and you need to be a part of the team in order to get playing time to prove that your skills are going to dominate here. And he did that through camp. But that's what I'm excited to see because I think he's got the highest ceiling of any player in the league at his age of 21 and with where he's been and what he can do with his skills. Like bigger guys take longer to develop anyway with long levers and his body is still, he's not going to grow into it until he's 25, 26. And like when he's 28, 29, 30 years old, like, he's going to be a gigantic man.
Yeah. Hopefully he's got that first big contract under his belt after that rookie contract. Speaking of young guys, we can go to the other side with our retro Pepsi cups right here. Shout out Pepsi. We aren't individually sponsored yet, but we do have Pepsi products at the Florentials. They do here in Mississippi as well. Shout out Beyonce behind that as well. We know you are ownership in there. We would love personal sponsorship with Pepsi, but this is brought to you by the pregame interview Pepsi. Thank you.
Pre-game Pepsi talk. And we actually did get a question here. So from Kevin Gonzalez, when will Hector Nieves be in the lineup? He's an every game player, 3 home runs in 5 games, and good defense. We were just talking about him. So he'll be in the lineup game 1.
Game 1 today. He's in there. He is a gamer. He will think it's going to be pretty easy for him to show he is an everyday guy. But he's in there today. Great question.
Yeah,
hopped on. Go rewind it a little bit. We just had a whole segment on it.
Perfect.
He'll be in there, yeah, third base today. I like the way he moves. He's got good feet. He's hungry to play. He's good on the bases, and I'm ready to see him go. What impressed me the most was his walks. It wasn't the homers in camp. I mean, those were impressive at home, that exhibition game, because it was cold. And that first pitch, dead central, it was cold and it was blowing in a little bit, and still went.
Same inning.
But it was the walks early on, too, the way he was drawing. Remember that guy, his first exhibition at home against Washington.
First AB.
That first AB, that dude was pretty firm. He's supposed to be their dude coming over. Supposed to be one of their guys, and he drew, was it 0-2?
0-2 to walk.
0-2 walk. And he was fired up about it. Didn't pimp it or anything, but he was like, just for a guy in spring training trying to make a club, you're not up at the plate drawing a walk or even care about it. But he was like, let's go.
Yeah, well, the style he did it, he knew it was a big moment to go to against their guy and end up getting a walk. I mean, there's 8 pitches. You don't even have a guy out, you have a guy like Hector at first. So he set the tone pretty early.
And he did that like 2 or 3 times. Did it third place too. I'm like, okay, this guy's like, he gets it.
Yeah. Barbara Parker said hello as well. So hi to Barb. And then Kent, let's go to you. Let's talk some pitching here. Gonna be a wet one today. Any tips to the guys out there, maybe even some of the younger folk, pitching in the rain? Maybe not so much Yoniker, but people coming in after him.
I think just making sure you're attacking the zone early. Keep the ball in your glove. Don't let that thing get wet. Hold it in your hand while you're in the stretch or getting signs from the catcher. I think that's a big thing. I'm a stickler about my baseball that I throw with, so I was pretty petty, but if it was any sort of wet, I'm throwing it out, getting it in. So, I think that's definitely these things. Ball's dry, confidence and conviction in what you're throwing to the plate.
And what's the relationship been? Obviously, player last year for you, Kent. Now you come over. Some of the guys still here, maybe like a Yoniker Villalobos. Now they're getting tips from you. What's that kind of been like here in the early going?
I think it kind of helps me bridge from being a player to a coach. I think having those relationships with guys that I played with and I was going to war with, and then being able to kind of give them a sounding board to bounce off things and help them, in any way that they need. it's a little different because I'm not the one competing. So I think I can kind of be a little more hands-on with guys and help them in different facets, whether that's physically in their delivery or the mental side of the game. I think those are the two big things. I try to connect with each guy in one or two of those ways, and then hopefully over the course of the next couple of weeks as we get rolling, that it's extended more, and then I get to work with everyone, kind of help them in all facets.
GDog097 says, "Good luck, y'all," and then sends in a bunch of heart emojis here. Yeah, so that's a great answer, Kent. Glad that everyone's kind of been receptive here. We're here with two of the new coaches, Chad. Third year as a field manager. I know you want to go back home 2-1. Last year we started off against Quebec 2-1. Just taking some sort of victory before you go on that 9.5 hour trip. How important is that for this team in the early going to start off that season right?
The win or loss to me going home, the record of it's not going to affect to me a whole lot. Moving forward. The guy obviously know that if they do things right, if they play clean, like we told them, and stay within their approach, things will work out. So we had a good talk yesterday. I was like, I'm still not going to take any guy on their team. Like, there's no guy on their team that I would think would make our camp through the team that I have now. And I believe that. I believe that they're capable of beating the other team easily if we do play clean and make the plays we need to make. So I'm ready to. I just want to play to get that first one out of the mind, and the result of that is what it is. I mean, obviously I'm looking to win these games, but I fully expect to win them like I did the first game. It just didn't happen. Baseball kicked us in the teeth a little bit, but it doesn't affect anything. We're going to play 96. We're going to lose 30. We're going to win 30, and the other 36 are going to be up to us. Hopefully those two today that we put ourselves in a position where they're up to us. And they're not just easily in the win or loss column, but we actually choose what we want to do now that first one's under our belt. So it is important to go home 2-1, but if we're going home any other record, it is what it is, and we're going to move forward, and we're going to forge and learn from the lessons that we're going to come to us.
Yeah, absolutely. We've kind of talked about the starting pitchers, starting lineup a little bit. Do we want to do some predictions for today?
Whatever you want to do, Roy.
Yeah. You guys got any predictions? Do you want to start maybe some pitching predictions? Anyone got that?
Yeah. So Vilo's he's got the most amount of bullets. I'm not necessarily going to extend him crazy like 100 pitches or so, but I think he's very capable against this lineup if they're early action like they were the other night. If he's getting ahead and forcing some early swings, then I think my prediction, he could go 5, possibly 6 with his bullet count that he's got. That'll be my prediction there. Not going to do anything on the punch outs or anything, but as far as efficiency, I think he has the ability to cruise through this lineup if he pitches smart and controls the win game. And then guy out the pen, I'm excited to see today. There's a couple guys I'm excited to see. There's a couple guys that game situation is going to dictate who comes in. But I'm ready to see Jet get out there and throw his inning. Ready to see Pedro under the lights, kind of in a big situation. I'm kind of ready to see all of them. The kids straight out of college too. Robbins, Hines. Want to see them to see how it elevates or what the pressure of that moment does for them. Because one of the things I need them to get into is being comfortable in the pressure of the moment. And right now I've seen it do both together. I've seen it kind of elevate, and I've seen it kind of diminish a little bit. But I got to get everybody in that light to be able to kind of make a determining factor moving forward. Because it's still early. We're still early in the season, and these first couple of weeks is a tryout to see if we got everybody in the roles they need to be in. And it isn't going to turn out the way we thought. So there's not a whole lot of judgment on these first games. It's just let's get everybody out there, see what we're working with, and then let the nerves get out, and let's see how we actually play. So I am excited to see those arms get out there. But B levels to that, and I think Hernandez can do a good job reading off watching 2 games so well. But excited to see B levels. My prediction: he goes 5 easy and makes me make a tough decision to send out for the 6th one.
We got 1 million emojis and hearts coming through, so whoever's sending those through, we appreciate you guys tuning in.
You guys in the pool.
Could be them. I got 2 predictions. We'll go pitching first. I got Fernandez and Vilas. For sure now. But let's go to the hitting side. I smell the y'all's first home run of the year, and I believe it's Dalton Davis. I'm throwing that out there. I don't know what game it's going to happen. I think the boys are going to settle in with their feet and that wettish clay that we're kind of playing on. And I think we're going to keep getting our ace swing off. I think Davis breaks the ice for the y'alls today,
Davis.
and he goes for number one. He's been, I mean, he looks like he's been swinging a bat for 48 years. The guy's, I think, 22, 23. 23 maybe. I mean, he's talented. But those are my predictions. Via and Fern, 5 for sure, and Dalton Davis breaks the ice for the Florence Y'alls.
And before we get to Kent, what's it about this field? It's been playing big. I have zero clue what the dimensions are. I have no idea what those numbers are down the line.
We're in, what are they? Fathoms.
Fathoms.
340-ish to left field, 345 I think, and I think it's 330 to right, and it's about 405 to center. Even though the wind was blowing out in BP yesterday, the ball to center was kind of jumping. Everything to left and right kind of starts tumbling towards the track. Just a slightly bigger field, and it's a good spot. Like, it's got to be blowing pretty hard for the ball to get going out of here, but it's really what it is. Blaze got a great ball in game one, and as his pitching staff, you got to feel kind of settled in when he tracked that much ground to catch that ball, because everybody thought it was
Yeah.
and then he ends up just catching it right under it. So, it's just playing a little big, but we got a lot of parks like that in the Frontier League.
Perfect. Kent, you got any predictions?
I'm on board with both the guys. I think I can see Villa and Fernandez going 5 apiece. I think with the early action Mud Monsters had last game, that we should be able to get some quick outs, some good quick innings, keep guys rolling, and then offensively, man, I don't know. I think we're gonna put
Well,
up
new
some
guys
runs.
good. We got new guys in line today.
We're gonna put up some runs though. That's for
I
sure.
got a
You guys
Bobo
roll?
double, a Zessler double, Zeisler, just that's my pronunciation for him. Got 2 doubles out of the double out of those guys apiece, minimum.
I mean, Rusty, I can see getting a couple bags again today.
Yeah, Kenyatta might hit the ball off the pitcher. How many line drives he's hit up the middle this spring? It's gonna be a fun day, man. I think we're gonna sneak 2 in with the weather. I just can't wait.
I got Zade Richardson, birthday home runs, game
Birthday
2.
home run.
I'm telling you, man, those 3 guys in a row, Zayd, Armani, Bobo, pictures are like, what is going on?
A birthday bash. That's what I got. Well, we're hoping for 2 games today. If we play 1, we'll play 2. That's kind of the message there. So you get that first one in, expect 2. There will be 7-inning affairs. Yannicker Villalobos on the mound for Florence in game 1. Matt Fernandez in game 2. We have Kevin Gonzalez said, thanks for the reply, brothers. I'll be watching the game and keeping an eye on Nieves and the Y'alls team. Good luck to everyone.
Awesome.
We appreciate everyone that tuned in. A lot of likes coming through. We got 3 likes on the video already, and then a bunch of those emojis and everything. So,
Love it.
Yeah.
Thank y'all.
absolutely.
Literally.
Absolutely. Tune in. Home Team Network still free this weekend. So last day where you guys can get that for free. Should be a fun one. Again, just stay tuned to the all social media on Twitter and Instagram for updates on when the game will actually start. But we appreciate you guys hopping on here before the game, and that'll do it. We're still coming up with a name for it. But
Figure it out.
yeah.
Figure it out. Comment what you want. We'll choose everything.
Yeah, why don't you do that? Why don't you comment what you think the name of these pre and post game talks should be? We had R&R between me and Chad, but obviously, we'll have the coaching staff on for these, so it can't just be an R&R. So we need a new name, and we'll talk more about that. So just give us your best suggestions.
Thank y'all.
We'll see y'all.